A sudden tornado struck southern Michigan on the afternoon of Friday, March 6th, resulting in a minimum of 4 fatalities and at least 12 people injured across Branch and Cass counties, as reported by local authorities. The Branch County Sheriff's Office documented 3 deaths and 12 injuries, while the Cass County Sheriff's Office confirmed 1 fatality along with several additional wounded individuals. The storm originated near Edwardsburg and carved a destructive path across a 50-mile stretch through 3 rivers in Union City, causing extensive destruction based on reports from local officials and eyewitness testimonies. This tornado was among several others recorded across the central United States on March 6th. Another tornado was confirmed in Oklahoma, where it claimed 2 lives. As a powerful weather system pushed through southern Michigan that Friday, a violent storm cell generating tornado-like conditions tore through Cass, St. Joseph, and Branch counties, leaving a trail of destruction stretching 50 miles between Edwardsburg, 3 Rivers, and Union City. According to the National Weather Service, the storm triggered tornado warnings issued by NWS offices in Grand Rapids and northern Indiana beginning before 4 p.m. on Friday, impacting portions of Calhoun, St. Joseph, Cass, and Branch counties as it advanced at approximately 35 miles per hour, noted NWS meteorologist Alex Manion. At least 1 massive and highly dangerous tornado was verified by storm chasers, trained weather spotters, broadcast media personnel, and footage submitted by the public from 3 rivers in St. Joseph County, Michigan, the NWS reported. The Grand Rapids NWS office subsequently confirmed a tornado touchdown at 4:43 p.m. just north of Union City in the southeastern part of Calhoun County. Reports arriving around 4:30 p.m. described damage near Edwardsburg in Cass County, where trees have been toppled and a house near Juneau Lake sustained damage. Manion stated that in St. Joseph County, footage shared with the Weather Service showed a tornado striking a Menards store, tearing off part of the roof while debris was hurled through the air. Numerous accounts of significant destruction were reported from the area southwest of 3 rivers. The Northern Indiana Weather Service office announced plans to dispatch a meteorological team on the morning of March 7th to conduct a comprehensive storm survey, confirm the extent of damages, determine whether multiple tornadoes had occurred, and measure the intensity of the winds involved. Additional severe weather remained possible through the overnight hours into March 7th, which could affect when meteorologists will be able to begin their damage assessment. The Weather Service advised that if new warnings were issued, residents should immediately seek shelter and stay informed through reliable weather and news sources. The Branch County Sheriff's Office revised its report to 4 deaths and 12 injuries as of Friday, with events centered near Union City. 3 of the 12 injured individuals were transported to nearby hospitals. Our thoughts are with those who have lost family, friends, and property during this incident, the Branch County Sheriff's Office stated in an official release. The Cass County Sheriff's Office later announced an additional confirmed fatality and several injured persons. Officials noted that multiple large structures, including residences and pole barns, suffered damage ranging from severe structural harm to complete demolition. In St. Joseph County, the Sheriff's Office urged residents to refrain from traveling to or through the city of 3 Rivers, areas lying to the east and northeast of the community, and through Fabius Township. The office also cautioned people to stay away from damaged structures and any buildings that have been marked by emergency response personnel. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer announced late Friday evening that she had activated the state's Emergency Operations Center to coordinate the response to the severe weather. Tonight, I am activating our State Emergency Operations Center to coordinate an all-hands-on-deck response to severe weather in southwestern Michigan, Whitmer posted on her social media platforms. By taking this action, we can ensure the state can monitor and respond to local requests. I want to thank all the first responders on the ground who reacted quickly to keep Michiganders safe. Lower Michigan was projected to face additional severe weather on Saturday, March 7th, with more thunderstorms expected to move through the region beginning Saturday morning, some of which could produce hail and destructive winds. Saturday's forecast called for a high of 68 degrees Fahrenheit in Detroit, with an overnight low of 38 degrees Fahrenheit. Powerful storm systems swept across Michigan, ripping the roof off a home improvement store, sending sections of a storage building flying through the air, and knocking down numerous trees as tornado warnings were issued throughout the southern portion of the state. The Branch County Sheriff's Office reported 12 injuries and 3 deaths after a tornado appeared to have struck the Union Lake area, located roughly 125 miles west of Detroit. In Cass County, approximately 170 miles west of Detroit, Sheriff Clint Roach confirmed 1 storm-related death and reported that several people had been hurt, according to a statement released by county spokesperson Ambrosia Eldon. In Oklahoma, Amalfi County Sheriff Eddie Rice announced that a suspected tornado had killed 2 members of the same family, though further details were not immediately available. In St. Joseph County, Michigan, situated along the Indiana border, the sheriff's office instructed residents to take shelter immediately in response to reports of an unconfirmed tornado, an active severe thunderstorm watch, and potential wind speeds exceeding 60 miles per hour. Citizens should anticipate power outages, closed roadways, and possible interruptions to cellular and internet services, the office announced via Facebook. At her residence near Union City, Lisa Piper was heard repeatedly exclaiming, "Oh my God," while filming from her back deck a powerful rotating column of air that appeared to be a tornado tearing through a section of buildings on the far side of the lake. As the tornado grew in size and began pulling large pieces of debris upward into the air, she cried out, "It's lifting houses. Oh, my heart is pounding," and added, "Oh, I hope they're okay." The state activated its Emergency Operations Center as officials addressed serious wind damage and injury reports across multiple southwestern Michigan counties. In the Edwardsburg area near the Indiana border, officials confirmed downed trees and several severely damaged homes, urging residents to stay away from the affected zone. Dangerous storms were forming Friday afternoon across Michigan and extending as far south as North Texas. While there were no immediately confirmed tornado touchdowns, numerous videos circulating online depicted violent rotating air columns over Michigan. Severe weather had also claimed the lives of 2 family members in Oklahoma the previous Thursday. A 47-year-old woman and her 13-year-old daughter from Fairview were discovered dead inside a vehicle near a highway and county road intersection at approximately 10 p.m. Thursday. Investigators concluded the crash was tornado-related, according to a statement from Sarah Stewart, spokesperson for the Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Severe weather struck Major County last night and tragically claimed the lives of a mother and daughter, Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt said in a Friday statement. "I'm praying for the family as they grieve this tragic loss, as well as all those impacted by the storms." In an eerie scene captured on video Thursday evening, a first responder drove directly toward an approaching storm near a western Oklahoma town, with flashes of lightning illuminating a massive funnel cloud that appeared to reach the ground. That storm, considered among the earliest outbreaks of severe weather signaling the onset of the spring storm season, was filmed by a dashboard-mounted camera on the deputy's patrol vehicle. The National Weather Service office in Norman, Oklahoma, intended to dispatch a damage survey team on Friday to determine whether Thursday night storms could be classified as confirmed tornadoes. "As of right now, we're still investigating that," said meteorologist Ryan Bunker. More than 7 million Americans faced the highest level of severe weather risk on Friday across a region that included the metropolitan areas of Kansas City, Missouri, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Omaha, Nebraska. According to the National Storm Prediction Center, close to 25 million additional people were at a somewhat lower risk across a zone encompassing Dallas, Oklahoma City, and Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Sporadic severe thunderstorms were expected Friday evening from portions of the Plains states through the Ozarks and into the Midwest. The National Weather Service indicated the greatest potential for powerful tornadoes and oversized hail would exist across eastern Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska, extending into western Arkansas, Missouri, and southern Iowa. The atmospheric setup driving these storms involved a collision between warm air flowing northward from the Gulf Coast and colder Canadian air trailing behind advancing cold fronts. According to meteorologists at the private forecasting firm ACCU Weather, This is probably our first real event this season where people are really starting to pay attention, getting into the spring storm season, said Melissa Mays, Deputy Director of the Washington County Emergency Management Agency in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, north of Tulsa. These springtime storms arrive near the beginning of what many call tornado season, which typically starts at varying times depending on the region of the United States. Safety experts recommend a handful of straightforward precautions before tornadoes strike, including keeping a weather radio on hand and establishing a clear plan for where to seek shelter. Meanwhile, portions of the Northeast were under winter weather advisories as rain, snow, and slush created a hazardous morning commute from Pennsylvania to Maine on Friday. Multiple vehicle slide-offs were reported along the Maine Turnpike as drivers struggled with sleet and accumulated snow. Some schools canceled or delayed the start of classes in states, including New Hampshire and Maine. Conditions began to gradually improve by mid-morning in some areas, though Maine, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut remained under active weather advisories. In Ohio, flood warnings were issued across the southern portion of the state. Across parts of the southern United States, the overall weather pattern was also expected to bring exceptionally warm temperatures for the time of year. By the weekend, temperatures will be 20 to 30 degrees above average, with readings in the 80s reaching as far north as parts of the Ohio Valley and Mid-Atlantic. Federal forecasters wrote in their extended forecast discussion, adding that widespread daily temperature records could be broken. The storage shed just blew off, and people who had been attempting to evacuate the area were still being accounted for, with emergency services continuing to accept new arrivals. So, Nelson, I just want to come back to you. What is your bye-bye tornado it's passing? It's basically moving down Route 60 right now.
Oh my God.